In the sunny suburbs of Oregon, there was a cat named Jim. Jim was a stylish brown cat who always wore a cool t-shirt, blue jeans, and red sports shoes. He had glasses that made him look very smart. Every day, Jim went to school at Cool Cats Academy, where all kinds of pets learned amazing things. One morning, Jim hopped on the school bus just like any other day. He was excited to see his friends and share stories. But today was not an ordinary day. Today was the day of the big test, and Jim had totally forgotten about it. When Jim got to school, he walked into his classroom and saw Doug, the bulldog teacher. Doug was big and strong, and when he spoke, everyone listened. Doug mentioned the big test, and Jim's heart skipped a beat. He felt a tingle of fear because he wasn't ready. He had forgotten to study. Seeing Jim's scared face, Doug walked over. Jim was expecting Doug to be upset, but Doug wasn't. Instead, Doug said, "Jim, it's okay to be scared, but remember, you've learned a lot. Believe in what you know and give it your best shot." Jim took a deep breath. He thought about all the fun lessons and everything he had learned. He realized he knew more than he thought. With Doug's encouragement, Jim decided to face his fear and take the test. As he answered each question, Jim found that he knew the answers. He remembered the lessons about the stars, the stories about brave explorers, and the math problems they had solved together. With each question, Jim felt more confident. He was doing it. He was facing his fear. When the test was over, Jim couldn't believe it. He had finished every question. Doug came over with a big smile and said, "See, Jim? You knew a lot. Facing your fear and believing in yourself is very important. And remember, it's always good to learn. That way, you're always prepared." Jim felt proud and happy. He learned that facing his fears was not as scary as he thought, especially when he believed in what he knew. From that day on, Jim made sure to keep learning and preparing for whatever came next, but most importantly, he knew how to face his fears with confidence. And so, in the cozy suburbs of Oregon, Jim the cat had learned a big lesson. Not just about the subjects in school, but about believing in himself and facing his fears head-on. And with each new day, Jim felt more ready to take on any challenge that came his way. The end. If you liked this story, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel.